Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm really honored to share with you about one of the most important issues that are going on in the world today, the UN Sustainable Development Goals. These are the pledges that were built on UN Sustainable Development Goals. The new goals and the broader sustainability agenda go much further than the UN Millennium Development Goals. The world leaders aimed at an array of issues such as poverty, hunger, disease, gender inequality, and water and sanitation by 2015. Enormous progress has made on the UN Millennium Development Goals, but some of the goals were not achieved. So, the world leaders adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which includes a set of 17 Sustainable Development Goals, addressing the root causes of poverty and the universal need for development that works for all people by 2030. Among the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, I would like to mainly discuss about the Goal 16. Peace, justice, and strong institutions. The UN have claimed that they will promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. I strongly believe that this goal is crucial because numerous people are suffering from frequent terrors occurring in the world today. Everyone may have heard about the world's most threatening terrorist known as Islamic State. This uncontrollable military group, simply called as ISIS, is conquering numerous territories such as Iraq and Syria, and it seems to be true. We now have to face the fact that they are becoming the most critical issue on top of the others. These terrorists have been carrying out incredibly brutal acts, such as public executions, crucifixions, and other unacceptable violence due to their religious duties and beliefs. Sadly, we now hear about their atrocious brutality acts so frequently that they do not come across too surprising anymore. They have taken away so many innocent people's lives, and it looks like their religious value weighs much more than human values. At this moment, some of you perhaps wonder how Islamic State could directly affect you or your closest community. You might have heard about an 18-year-old South Korean boy named Kim Young-gi who has secretly vanished to become a member of ISIS last year. Kim's volunteering participation has brought a huge controversy throughout the media and all across the country. It turned out Kim tried to contact with a member of ISIS, and he was easily able to do so through SNS. So here's the question. How and why did this young man with a different ethnicity have all of a sudden determined himself to join such terrorists from all across the other side? Not to be surprised, he was not even close to an equipped, trained soldier or a religious leader. In fact, he was just an ordinary high school student who seems to get along fine in school. The research has shown that ISIS movement has been very active online recently, where they can access to young teenagers by using SNS. Thereby showing their violence on social network sites, kids are easily simulated by their military equipments and hearing violent actions. Their main purpose is to reinforce their power to expand their religious and physical territories by increasing the supporters. One of the reasons why ISIS are putting on their videos online is that they can easily increase their members of the group with these ignorant kids who are fooled by their fake images. According to the recent reports, others who have previously participated and were at first told by a prior IS member that he or she will be rewarded with tremendous amount of money, house, and a high authority. These victims were ambitious enough to join the group at first, but it wasn't so later that they realized all the promises were just full of lies. So far, I have briefly explained how ISIS could give a bad influence to our society. After mentioning all these unbelievable, terrifying sins they committed, I have come to a realization that this attack isn't so far away from us and our neighbors. We need to step back and ask ourselves, is it really safe to let ISIS violent actions to spread worldwide? It is definitely not safe for a fact. We as individuals should prevent such access to violent social networks and help others to acknowledge the importance of self-defense. To go further, what are the ways to prevent people from joining ISIS? And what are the things that can actually help people to gain peace? As I mentioned earlier, people want to gain money, house, and authority by joining ISIS. This shows that poverty is the one main cause that people to join ISIS. According to the UN, corruption, bribery, theft, and tax evasion causes $1.26 trillion for developing countries per year. This amount of money could be used to lift people who are having a hard time gaining livelihoods. For example, the government can financially support these people by providing free foods, clothes, and education. This solution will eventually reduce people who turn to criminal activities like ISIS. Moreover, before thinking about how to prevent youth from joining ISIS, I want to ask a question. What should I pick? Okay, Yeonseo. Have you ever wanted to join ISIS at least once? Why not? Yeah, that's true. Okay, so how about you, Juhan? Yeah. Why? Yeah, thank you for your long answer. Yeah, that is also true. Those who do not have future are willing to risk their lives to join such criminal activities like ISIS. Why? Because they only think that they can earn money or authority by engaging in ISIS. The solution is to let government or social organizations to create a system where youth can constantly involve in their lives. This includes providing free education for teenagers and supporting a system that helps them to find their talent. As a result, it makes them to be a productive member of society. If teenagers have their own dreams and goals to make better future, it is taking a step forward to have peaceful society. In conclusion, the government is fully responsible for any incidents that can come out in the near future. Also, systems should be established for young children and even adults to be safe from not only terrorists, but also other dangers besides it. These will help our society to become peaceful and righteous. I would like to end my speech by quoting a verse about peace. Don't let people pull you into their storm. Pull them into your peace. Thank you for listening.